Okay, the next block we're going to be doing is called the triple stripe. In the model, the quilt model, it's showing that piece C graduates in color, and let's see, it's like in oranges or golds. So here I have like, well, I don't know how to describe this color. It looks orange to me. They all are orange, but this one's lightest. Then I have a medium, and then I have a different darker orange. And I probably could go like this as well. It doesn't really matter how you put them in order. And this also uses a background. Measurements. So for whatever reason, this printed out on 2 pieces of paper. And when I measure the C block, after you print it off, it's going to measure greater than 1 1/4. Sorry, greater than 1 1/8. So I made all of mine 1 1/4. And then it measures 2 5/8. 2 5/8 is a good measurement. So these templates, because of this being a weird number, are going to throw off everything. We're going to go ahead and cut them, but we're going to cut off a bunch of excess. So for piece D, that is 2 5/8 inch square. And I believe that's out of the background. Yes. And so for piece B, I would go ahead and cut this. I have 3 inches written down, and that's what I may have cut these, because I had a piece that was already 3 inches. You could get away with cutting these at 2 3/4, and then using your easy angle ruler, you're going to cut 4. Definitely for piece A, these are 2 inches. So from a 2-inch strip, you're going to use your easy angle, and you're going to go ahead and cut 4 at 2 inches. And, and then for piece C, you're going to cut 4 each of your different colors that you select for piece C. So 4 of each bar. And this is going to be a pretty simple block to build. I'm going to go ahead and build it on the board. So we're going to start with the center. And I'm just going to lay these out all the way around. Again, this block is called triple stripe. Okay, and the big 2 3/4 half square triangles are going to lay in like so. And then the smaller 2-inch ones are going to go on the corners. These will be hard to line up, so I will go over that. Okay, first thing I want to do is I'm going to sew all of my color strips together and get that done. And pressing on this part does not matter. I'm going to press all of mine inward or outward. You could press them open, it doesn't really matter. And then we'll come back and start assembling this. All right, so here's where we decide how we're going to make this block. And I'm going to go ahead and sew these 3 sections together. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this to this and this to this. And then we'll come back and we'll decide how the rest of it's going to be assembled. This is kind of one of those things. It doesn't really matter how you assemble this. Yeah, because it's on point. Here I have sewn this strip. I am going to wait to sew these on. Now I'm going to go ahead and join the large half square triangles to one side of my gradient strip set that I've already sewn, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, when you press your two sides, you're going to press them towards the color or the dark. Okay, and now here comes where I'm going to have to move this off the board. Okay, if you'll look, I need to do some trimming on these sides, so I'm just going to trim this straight off. And you will do that for both sides. And then I can technically join this to this, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and join both halves, and when I press this, I'm going to press it to where my seams will spin. And then the very last step is we're going to install the corners. All right, I've changed my mind. We're just going to press these out. It's just simpler. All right, now I have these two ends that I need to trim. And we've made like a stop sign shape at this point. Now we're ready to join our corners, and the good news is there is no good news. You will need to fold these in half and find the center of each of your triangles and of your block. And so I'm going to pin, and I will do this, repeat this for all four corners, and that way I know where I'm starting, because this is oversized. You're not going to line it up with this edge. And I know that's where my 1/4 inch is, and so I'm going to sew all four of these, and then we'll trim down the block. Okay, so here we have it. I'm going to go ahead and press all these to the out. You can press them in, whatever you feel most comfortable with. And now I'm going to take the time to square this up. And again, this block is oversized. So what are we looking for? We want to make sure that this crosshair, which is white, matches with this crosshair, which is white, and it dissects those seams. Ideally, we would want 1/4 inch overhang. It looks like we're going to have an 1/8 inch overhang on all of the points, and that's just how it is because I don't have a ruler that measures those funny dimensions. Oops. And again, I need to change my rotary blade. Alright, I need to give this a good press. And then the triple stripe is complete. Not a hard block. Frustrating. The good news is that the edges are biased, so if you have it a little bit off, these will fudge in the quilt. Thanks for watching.